sit on the ground, you end up sitting like in a hunch position because it's uncomfortable because your hips are tight. So, so grab that. And I have like a full padded mat, but if you just even like take like a towel and put it on top of your mat, that's helpful. And if you have a strap or a hand towel, like something where your hand can reach your foot, it's going to be helpful. You definitely don't want to just be like sitting on the floor, because it'll be, your knees will mess with you later. Press escape or double click. Okay, not sure what that did. Okay, cool. And let me know, are there any requests at all? Because I didn't get any requests from Erinne. So I would love to know, what are you guys looking for? Tell me. Oh, for those of you I haven't met yet, I'm Meredith. I think you guys might have been doing the YouTube videos that you've seen that we've been producing for the last, like, I don't know, 3 months or so, maybe more than that, 4 months. So I'm a stretching therapist. I think I've met some of you. I'm a Kihara practitioner. So Kihara is, we'll be doing a combination of some Kihara work today. Kihara is resistance stretching or eccentric stretching with resistance. So when we talk about resistance stretching, you're not doing a lot of resistance. It's the idea to bring the muscle into a contracted state or a primed state. Sometimes I call it like you're priming your muscle. You're getting the muscle to like pump up a little bit to bring awareness to it. And then you're stretching it from that state. But if you give too much resistance, you're going to be very, very sore tomorrow. And you're not going to get the benefit of it. So on a scale of like 1 to 10, I say like a 2 out of 10 in terms of resistance. So we'll be doing that. And does anybody have any requests at all? You can unmute yourself. We'll start in like 2 minutes or so. Let me know. Let me also know if you have any major injuries that you need like mindfulness of, or you need me to be aware of. Let me know that too. Now's your time.
Quad, glute, hamstring.
Okay. So lower body, got it. Perfect. I'm sure your back is a little bit achy too if you've got those issues. Sounds good. Vicky, do you have anything? Or Jacqueline? No, you're good. Okay.
Lower back.
Lower back. Vicky, are you always my lower back person?
I am always your lower back person.
Okay, got it.
Definitely. Definitely.
Got it. So we'll be stretching out your lower back, but we'll also, I think you and I have spoken about this, we'll also be working on the front, the lower part of your front, which is your hip flexors, because if your hip flexors are tight, it's bringing you into a, kind of a forward, not really kyphotic, but you're more forward tight, and that's just yanking on the low back. So yeah, okay. And then Claudia or Ali Garcia, anything? Do you have a request? Nope, you're good. Okay, you have a mat with you though? No, you don't have a mat? Okay, you do have a mat. Okay, got it. And then Jorge or H. Jorge, any requests? Or I think that's Monica Trizo, I think. Any requests? Well, you'll let me know. So if you have your video on, you can see that I'm very pregnant. I'm due probably in like 1 or 2 weeks. So I won't be doing prone stuff on the ground with you, but you will be doing that. So you need to be able to be cued in. So listen to what I'm saying rather than looking at me, because we'll be doing some strengthening work on your back when you're laying flat on your belly. And I won't be doing any twists with you. So I will have you in twists, but I will not be doing the twists. So just be mindful of that. Okay. All right, we're gonna get started. So come to a comfy seat. I love to sit like up on a bolster or a towel or a cushion or a block, something where you can get your sit bones off the floor. And if you feel more comfortable like going next to like a wall, then you can do that too, because that sometimes is a great cue of like, wow, my spine should be in a straight position, not stiff, but stacked and straight. And when I sit against the wall, I just feel my low back pressing against the wall and not the rest of my spine. So sometimes a wall can help cue you. And then reach under and pull the flesh out from underneath your sits bones so that your sits bones, which are the little bones in the base of your pelvis, the two little legs at the base of your bony bowl of your pelvis, they can root into the mat. And just be conscious that you feel even on the sit bones. Close your eyes and then take a huge inhale and let out a sigh that you can hear. Try one more like that. Deep, deep inhale. Roll your shoulders back 3 times in the back position. For 1. For 2, listen to any pops or cracks that are coming out from the base of your neck. And then go forward, 3 times forward. And then shrug them up towards your ears. Slide them back towards the back part of your body and then down towards your hips and just let them lay there. Drop your chin to your chest. Roll your head slowly around to the right. Just pause for a second when you're over your right shoulder. Head to the back. Head to the left. Chin to front. And then reverse that. And then bring your head back to neutral. Imagine your spine stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. And imagine little pieces of air in between each vertebrae. And as you inhale, watch your breath as it goes in through your nose and it goes down your spine all the way to the base of your spine, filling each of those pockets one at a time. And then from the base of your spine, growing out from the base of your spine as you exhale, watch each little pocket of air deflate as the breath comes back up from the root and back out through your mouth or your nose. Try 4 more breaths like that. So getting that vision of filling up without pressure in the spine. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, deep inhale. And exhale. Now I want you to imagine a square shape in your mind, keeping your eyes closed. We're going to breathe in along the left side of the square for 4 counts. We're going to hold the breath along the top of the square for 4 counts. We're going to exhale along the right side of the square for 4 counts. And then we're going to hold the breath out along the bottom for 4 counts. Take a cleansing breath in first. Let the breath come out your mouth. Gently seal your lips closed, starting on the left side of the square. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it along the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale along the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it along the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to your spine. Take a nice deep inhale, go down, fill up each of the pockets within each of the vertebrae, all the way to the base of your spine. Take a little bit more breath in, hold it at the top. And then a big open mouth sigh out, let all that air out. Gently interlace your fingers, turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Blink open your eyes, look up towards your palms, deep inhale, try to reach your biceps back behind your ears. And then exhale, left hand finds the floor, right arm reaches up and over. Gently press into the floor so you can get some leverage off of that. Root down the right sit bone. And then if it feels okay for you, drop your left elbow. Good. Without dropping the chin, spin your right arm back slightly and then look up towards the ceiling. Come back up to center, interlace the palms again. This time palms face down. Reach up, stretch out, with the biceps behind the ears. And then right hand finds the floor again. Press into it. Reach out of it with that left arm. Root down with your left sit bone. If it feels okay, drop the elbow. Good. Come back up to neutral. One more stretch up. This time, interlace your fingers with your index finger facing, pointing towards each other. And then lengthen, lift up through your rib cage. Lift out of your rib cage away from the hips. And then we'll go into a gentle twist. Right hand, left knee. Look to the left. And as you exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, return back to neutral. Exhale, left hand, right knee. Look over right shoulder. Come back to neutral, grab onto the front of the knees. Now round your back, roll your shoulders forward, get space in between your shoulder blades, open up your rhomboids. And then hands behind you, lift up, chest up, shoulders back, chin back. Good, come over onto your hands and knees. Slide your bolster away, we'll use that in a bit. We're going to use it at the back of the mat. If you want to leave it there, you can leave it there. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, slightly wider than the hips if you have some back pain. As you inhale, tailbone up, shoulder blades down, heart and chin lift. And then as you exhale, round your back, push the floor away from you, chin to chest. 3 more like that with that breathing pattern. Inhale, tail up. And exhale, round back. Inhale, tail up. And exhale, round back. Last one, inhale, tail up. Hold that there for a second. Now, I want you to keep your hands where they are, but I want you to feel like you're pulling your arms back, almost like you're trying to get your chest through your upper arms. Hold that stretch. Feel a nice stretch through your rectus abdominis, through the front part of your abdominal muscles. And then exhale, round back. Come back to neutral, place that bolster or towel or whatever rolled up cushion you've got in the back. Just put just put your toes on it. So leave a gap between the top of your feet and the floor. And then tap your sit bones back to your heels, stretch out the top of your feet and the top of your ankle, and then shift forward, hips draped towards the floor. Vicky, make sure that you keep your belly button engaged back towards your spine as you're doing the hips forward position. Okay, because you're putting your low back into contraction there. Tap the hips forward. 3 more like that, tap back. And then hips forward. 2 more, tap back. Hips forward. Last one, tap back. Hold the back position. Shift your body weight more over to the right. So really kind of working into the top of your right foot, focusing on that for a second. And then shift your body weight over to the left, focus on the left top of your foot. The more toe you have on the cushion, the less you'll feel it. So if you want to feel more, get a bigger lever. Roll to the right again and roll to the left again. Good, slide your feet off the bolster. Now curl your toes under you. Okay, toes curled under. We're going to be getting into the Achilles tendon and the calf. This time as you exhale, articulate your spine so your tail is up and your shoulder blades are back. So reverse arch your spine as you exhale. And then inhale, round your back, breathe into your upper back, breathe into that space. Imagine that your breath is a way of stretching your muscles from the inside outward. So breathe into it. Exhale. Inhale, round back. 2 more. Exhale there. Reverse arch. And inhale. Last one. Exhale. And inhale. All right, if you have any type of Achilles or calf injury, then just be careful when you come back towards your heels. You can drop your heels onto that bolster, okay? But I want you to try to get your heels as close to the floor as possible. So sit back in that low squat. You can rest your bum on the bolster, just like I'm doing, or the towel or block or whatever. If not, then your heels are straight onto the floor. Bring your hands into a prayer, bring the prayer to your chest, press your elbows on the insides of your knees and breathe there for 3. Press those knees out some. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. We'll come back to that position again later. Don't worry about it if you missed it right now. Come back up onto the hands and knees. Moving into a twisted shape now. Open the knees wider than the hips. Reach your arm up. Open up. Open up your chest. Look up at your right hand. And then thread your arm under. Come down onto your right shoulder and right ear. So you're looking to the left. Roll your body weight onto that right shoulder. Have your right palm facing up towards the ceiling. And then reach your left arm long in front of you. Kind of glue it down to the ground and then sit your body weight back. So your butt never touches your heels, but you're sitting back. So you're getting a stretch along the lat on the left side. Release that, right hand plates down, come back up to a neutral position again. Let's try the left side, left arm reaches up, look up at it, open up. And then thread your left arm under now. Good. Palm face up. Good. You can always put a bolster there, Vicki, if you need it. If your back is tight, don't go into a full twist, okay? And then reach your right arm long and then drape your hips back, just like a couple of inches back, and you'll feel that stretch along the right side body. Good, release that. Come back to neutral. Neutral quadruped position. Beautiful. Let's get into the hips now. So come up onto the knees. Take your left foot forward. If you need to pad your right knee, pad your right knee. If you need a block for your right side, then put it there. Right knee down, left foot forward. Yep. Good. Perfect. Sag yourself forward into a lunge. Let your right hip flexor go long. Good. Try to straighten out your spine. Try not to be hunched over your left thigh. We're going to inhale as we come forward, and then we're going to exhale as we shift back. And you could put a chair up next to you. You can hold on to a piece of furniture or whatever. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Move fluidly, okay? You can even hold on to your cat if they stay in one spot. Move forward. And move back. Good. One more time forward, straight spine, everybody. No rounding backs. And one more time back. Now we're going to get into the resistance part. Remember, light resistance, folks. Come up to neutral position. Good. Lunge forward. Hold that there for a second. Push the top of your right foot into the ground like you're driving your right knee up into your chest. Slightly drive it forward. It's not going to move on the mat, but you're feeling a little bit of a tightening happening in this right hip flexor. Hold that there. And then override that and pull yourself back forward into the lunge. Again, drive the right knee forward. It's going to shift your body back into neutral. I should see everybody moving back some. Good. Override that. Pull forward into the lunge. So we're doing one resistance contraction for one resistance stretch, a 1-to-1 ratio. Two more. Drive forward. You can do all kinds of ratios, but today I'm keeping it light. Pull forward into the lunge. Last one, drive it forward, hold, and then pull yourself forward into the lunge. Plant the hands on the left thigh, lift your sternum up out from away from your belly, draw your shoulders back, maybe lift your gaze, and then left hand is going to go low, right arm is going to reach up, arcing over the right ear. Get a nice stretch. Open up all of this whole lower hip complex, all the way up through the abdominals, into the lats, out the shoulder. Good. Come up to neutral. Swing your lower leg in. So you've pivoted your lower right leg in, which means you're externally rotating your right hip. Okay? So you're open. Now we're going to do inner thigh, groin, that whole area. Lunge forward into your left knee. Again, we'll do 1-to-1, one contraction for one resistance stretch. Now drive the inside of your right knee towards the top of your mat. Okay, towards the front, inside of the right knee, you should feel a contraction on the inner thigh. I like to tap it to know that I feel that contraction. And then go right into the stretch. Pull yourself back forward. Drive the inside of the knee forward. Override, come back into the stretch. Two more, drive it forward. Override, pull forward into the stretch. Last one, drive it forward. Override, pull into the stretch. You should be feeling this through the inner thighs of both of your legs. Put your left arm on the inside of your left knee, press into it, open up that right side, reach over the ear. One of my favorite stretches. Take your right hand behind your head, press your head into your hand, get the elbow back behind you lightly. Good, right hand down towards your right hip. Stay in that position, drop your left ear. I'm just showing you different variations that you could do upper body and lower body at the same time. Release it. Turn around the other way. Come into child's pose for a second. Sit your butt back to your heels. Drop your belly between your thighs. Stretch your arms out long. You can put a bolster behind your butt if you want. That's a great, yep, love that. Reach your arms forward. Breathe for 2 and 1. Good, come back up. Let's do left foot forward, right foot forward, left knee down. We've got our 3 lunging taps, so lunge forward as you inhale. Shift back as you exhale. Lunge forward as you inhale. Shift back as you exhale. One more, lunge forward. One more, lunge back. Coming into the resistance stretch. Neutral position to start with. Lunge forward into that left hip. So lunge forward into your right knee, opening up your left hip. Push the top of your left foot into the ground like you're driving the knee towards the top of the mat. It's going to shift your upper body back to neutral. Feel a tightening in that left hip flexor, and then override, come right into the stretch. Keep the belly engaged. Okay, so you're not like doing any of this arcing or contracting of your back. Drive forward with your left knee. Override right back into the lunge. 2 more, drive forward. Override, pull back forward. Good, give me a thumbs up if you guys feel the difference between the resistance contraction and the resistance stretch. Because that's key. I want you to make sure that you're feeling something. You're not just feeling like tight, tight, tight. Oh, I don't feel any release. Good. Plant the hands on the right thigh. Lift your sternum out of it. Don't shrug your shoulders. Look up. And then right hand low, left arm reaches up and over. Good. Release that. Inner thigh, spin your lower leg in. Externally rotate your left hip. Good. Lunge forward into the right knee. Opening up through both inner thighs. Now, medial side of your left knee, drive it forward. It doesn't move on the mat, but you'll get that contraction. It'll shift you back to your starting position. And then override, pull back forward. Drive forward with the left knee. Override, pull back into the lunge. 2 more like that. Override, come back into the lunge. Last one. And back into the lunge. Right hand on the inside of the knee, press into it, open up the left side. Reach your left arm up and over your ear. Root down through that left hip so it's anchored towards the floor. Reach out of it, and then left hand behind your head, open up your chest. Look up on the inside. Good. Come back to neutral. Excellent. We are going to come to a seated position. We're going to do hamstrings in seat first, And then we're gonna do hammies, glutes, calves in a supine position on the back. You might need a strap if your hands don't come anywhere near your feet, or if you got a big belly and you can't reach your feet. One or the other. So have your feet be as wide as your hips, and have your knees not be locked down towards the floor. Okay, so yeah, exactly. Make sure there's like a little bit of a gap. Now remember what we talked about your spine. Sit on your sits bones. Drop your shoulders. Lengthen your spine as you inhale. And then as you exhale, hinge. So hinge like you're leading with your chin. Don't hinge like you're rounding your back. Pause for a second. Recheck in with your spine. Inhale again. Exhale, hinge. Good. Awesome. Let's do one more. Inhale, recheck your spine. So shoulders back and down, down, shoulders down. Relax your arms. Good. And then exhale, hinge. Good. If your hands can reach your feet, go for it. If they can't reach your feet, just stay there and hold there for 3. If your hands reach your feet, curl your toes back, grab onto the balls of your feet. Breathe for 2. And breathe for 1. Good. Come back up to neutral. Bend your knees. You can put the strap on the side. We'll use it in a second. Bend your knees. You can have your hands behind you. Have your knees be open wide, and then windshield wiper. Windshield wiper side to side. Okay, so both knees drop over to the left. Both knees drop over to the right. And you're kind of rolling onto one sit bone. So one sit bone leaves the floor, and then the other sit bone. 2 more times each side. We're going to do hip abduction before we come back to the hammies and the glutes. Good. Let's all lay on our left side. Left side, flexed feet, stacked knees. Okay. Feet are flexed, knees are stacked. Let me just tilt this camera down for a second so that you can see what I'm doing. Perfecto. All right. Your right arm should be your top arm. I want you to rest it at the base of your right thigh. Okay, not a lot of resistance, please. Your motion is going to be abduction or clamshell opening to the point where your knee lines up with your hip. So do not stop halfway. You don't want your hips to only work, 45 degrees. You want them to go fully open to 90 degrees, okay? You can add resistance with that right hand if you want. Let's do 3 of them back. So ready? Let's open up for 3. One thing to note, actually bring your legs down for a second. I want you to see something. In this position, your knee needs to be higher than your ankle. A lot of people were like this, not that dramatic, but I could see that their knees are dropping. That means that you're not activating your butt into it. So you got to make sure that your knee is slightly higher than your ankle. Let's do 3. Ready? Truck back. 1. Good. Much better adjustment. Release back down. For 2, track back. Remember, your knee needs to be higher than your ankle. Good. Release back down. Keep your left leg on the floor. Last one. Track back and hold. Focus on your right hip. You should feel a light contraction on the outside of your right hip. Override your right leg with your right arm. Drive it back down towards the starting position before your knees meet. Extend your right leg to the front or towards the way that you're facing, and gently pull your right leg forward as you pull your right hip back. Good. Bend the knee, track back. All the way back, hold. Override, push down, right leg forward. This time turn your toes towards the ground. Heel up, toes towards the ground, pulling your right leg forward as you pull your right hip back, and there's space along that right side. Let's do one more. This one's got the twist in it. Track back, hold. Now start to drive that leg back down again, but this time switch hands. Left hand grabs it. Right arm opens out to the right and you're twisting. I'm not, but you're looking to the right. Breathe there for 3. Make sure that you can breathe while you're in a twist. You can let your legs touch this time. Breathe for 2. Maybe circle your ankle. You'll feel that right up into your hip. And breathe for 1. Good. Come back up, stack your knees, lay on your side for a second and tap on your butt or massage your butt, massage your hip, massage all the way down your right thigh. Okay, because we got some blood moving in there. Good. Excellent. Let's switch sides. Hopefully you felt that. That's one of my favorite stretches to do on people. When you have it done on you, it's like a totally different scenario. Stacking knees, flexing toes. Left hand is just your light resistance on there. Remember, knee higher than ankle. Let's go back 3 times. 1. Release back down. 2. Release back down. Last one for 3. Good. Hold there. Okay. Override, push down, extend the leg. Good. Dickie, I love that you didn't do it with resistance because you probably don't need resistance in order to just get your hip contracted. Pull that leg forward as you pull your left hip back. You might feel a little modification in your spine. Let your leg come down a little bit more. Wait, I'm saying the name. Sorry, Vicky. I think Mary wasn't doing without resistance. So let your leg come down more so you can relax your low back. Bend the knee, track back. Override, push down, extend the leg. This time turn your toes towards the floor. Pulling your leg forward, pulling your left hip back. Bend the knee, last one. This one's the twisty one. Come back, hold. Remember, we're going to switch hands, push down with the left hand, switch with the right, grab on, twist open to your left, look left, breathe. For 3, you need to be able to inhale when you're twisting. Don't hold your breath. Breathe for 2. And 1. Good. Come back up, stack your hips again. And then give yourself some love. Massage that. Massage down your leg. And when I say massage, I'm not like talking, don't pet yourself. Dig into your muscles with the heel of your hand and rub. Downward or circular motions or zigzag or whatever you got. Good. Excellent. Come back up. Open your legs in a V position. Sit on something if this is no bueno, or sit back against the wall. Okay? Good. Put the heel of your hands on top of your quad. Okay? Heel of your hands on top of your quad. The part of it that's closest up to like the creasing of your hips, but not on your hips. So right below that creasing. And roll your quad back. Okay, flex your feet, inhale there, drop your shoulders, relax your shoulders. This is no bueno, good, relax your shoulders. Inhale, and then exhale, hinge forward. We're not gonna go all the way chest to the ground. Inhale again, roll your quads backwards, slightly, like you're holding them back because your quads wanna rotate inwards as you're hinging forward. You're helping them stay outwards, hinge forward. One more time, inhale. This is getting a lot of medial hamstring, Mary. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling that there in the inside hamstring. And exhale, hinge, good. Last one, inhale. And exhale. If you have like a partner that you train with and they can be behind you holding your quads back in this rolled back position, that's very helpful. Okay, so just think about that as like a partner stretch. All righty, we are back up. You're gonna need your block, excuse me. You're gonna need your strap and you're gonna lay onto your back. We're gonna do calves, hammies, glutes, and IT band. Okay. All right. You're not gonna look anything like me. I can't lay on my back, so y'all lay on your back. All right. We are starting with your calf muscle. So we got the strap on the ball mount of your foot. You have a leg extended. Don't lock out your knee. Gently pull back. Make sure that when you look at your foot that your heel is slightly higher than your toes. If not, you know what I say, you have issues in the tissues. We got to talk about this. Now, 5 times, press forward through the ball mount of your foot. Activate your calf for 5. Release down. For 4, I should see everybody's feet moving forward. Release down. Good, Jacqueline. For 3, release down. You're priming the calf muscle. For 2, release down. Last one, push forward and hold. Make sure you're feeling a contraction in your calf. Override that gently. Pull back into the stretch. Push forward through the ball mount of your foot. Lightly flex your toes. Override, pull back. Last 2, push forward. Override, pull back. Last one, push forward. Override, pull back. Good, pull harder on the left strap than the right, internally rotating your foot, stretching out through the outer side of your lower leg, your peroneals, and then externally rotate, getting into your posterior tip. You can move the strap lower on your foot if you're not able to internally and externally rotate your foot with where the strap is. Internal rotation, external rotation. One more, internal and external. Good, slide the strap lower on your foot. We're going into your hamstrings now. Extend the leg up, change your grip with the strap so you're holding it in between your index finger and your thumb. Okay, and remember when we do hammies, we're pulling in an arc over the head. We're not pulling down towards the chest. Over the head, excellent. Okay, so you got light resistance. Your left knee should be bent. Left knee bent, foot on the floor. Okay, now give yourself resistance and then curl your heel down to your butt. Go moderately slowly. So everybody's heel should come down to the butt without your knee coming into your chest. Don't bring your knee into your chest. Yes, good. Bring it down to your butt and then release back up. Do 2 more like that. Heel pulls down to your butt. You could extend your arms. Your head's going to peel up off the ground in order to do that. So let your head come up off the ground, arcing your back. Good. Back up. Yes, much better. Very nice, Vicky. One more time. Heel pulls down. Arc your back. Pulls your back up off the floor. Let's go right into the stretch now. Override your heel pulling down. Pull it back up to the starting position. You'll stretch the back of your right thigh. 2 more like that. Pull down. Oh my God, where does the time go? Pull back up. Last one, pull down. Override, pull up. Good. Holding that up position, grab the strap with the left hand. We're just going to go straight into the IT band stretch. Lower your left leg and then cross midline with your right leg. Track your right leg to the right, resisting with your left hand, holding the strap. Override, pull back to the left. One more time, track to the right, Override, pull back to the left, keep your low back on the ground, make sure you're breathing. Turn your toes inward, like you're dialing your toes towards 10 o'clock. Good. Release that, release the right leg. Left foot, ball mount, strap, right knee bent. Don't lock out the knee. Let's go for it. 5 times, press up through the ball mount for 5. Make sure your foot's moving. We're just working on calf now. For 4. Good. For 3. Whoever has the blue strap, put it up higher on your foot so it's not so low. Put it right up on your ball mount. Yeah. For 2. Last one. Push up and hold. Override, pull down. You don't want the calf to be like bouncy. It's not a bouncy motion. It's a fluid push up, override, pull down. 2 more, push up, override, pull down. Last one, push up and hold, override and pull down. Internal rotation, pull on that right arm, right hand harder than the left. External rotation. 1 more, internal, external. Strap to the arch of your foot. Switch your grip. Leg is extended. Your resistance is pulling in an arc over your head now. Okay. Extend your arms. As you bring your heel down to your butt, it should pull your head and your neck up off the ground. Release back up. Pull down, heel towards your bum. Release back up. One more time, that contraction, and then we go into the stretch. Pull down, heel towards your butt. Override, pull back up. Let's go for the stretch. Into the arc over your head. Pull down, heel towards your bum. Override, bring it back up. Good, last one, pull down, heel towards your bum. Override, pull back up. So good, you guys. Release that, keep the strap where it is. Hold it with your right hand, lower your right leg. Cross midline of your body, keep the back of your pelvis on the ground. Light resistance with that right hand, track the left leg left. And then override, pull back to the right. Track left leg left. Override, pull back to the right, turn your toes in slightly, hold that there for 3, for 2, and 1. Good. We're gonna do glutes in a different way than we've done them before, okay? So sitting in or laying down in that position, I want you to cross your right leg over your left leg. Like how a woman, I hate when I say this reference, but how a woman sits in a chair. I don't know why I sit in a chair like this, but some women are more dainty than others and they sit like this, okay? So knee crossed over knee. Now, pick your left foot up off the ground and see if you could grab your left foot with your right hand. Okay, I can't do that, but y'all are gonna do that. Good, excellent. Now, if you can't reach your feet, then put a strap on your foot and you could do it one leg at a time, like me. Ready? If you can reach your feet or your strap is on your feet, then bring your feet away from your butt. Good, perfect, Mary's got it. And then gently pull down on the outer edges of your feet. Mary, make sure your butt stays on the ground. Your whole butt, yes, exactly, good. Vicky, you could do it one leg at a time, just like I'm doing it, one leg at a time. Okay, so your feet are kind of pushing away from you, but then you're pulling in on that. Okay, so you can put a hand on the knee, like I'm doing if you're doing one leg at a time. I'm just doing it for time's sake right now. I'm having you do both legs at the same time. Okay, good, beautiful. Release that, and then let's switch. So you got to make sure that the whole back of your pelvis is on the ground. You're not rolling up into the stretch. Alrighty. Grab the outside of the feet again. The feet are naturally going to push away from you, or you could do it one leg at a time, like me. If you're doing it one leg at a time, then your left hand will be on the outside of your left knee. Your right hand will be on the outside of your foot or your ankle, and you're going to pull in and breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And breathe for 1. Good, release that. We are going to do TFL before we go into quad. Okay, so TFL first. So laying on your back, your feet are gonna be open wide, your knees are gonna be open wide, and you're gonna drop the knees over to the left, okay, and then over to the right. One more time left. One more time right. Now drop both knees over to the left. If you can, hook your left ankle on the outside edge of your right knee and let the weight of your left ankle pull your right leg down. Beautiful. Your butt is going to come lightly off the mat on the right side, but don't roll over towards the left. One time, try to lift up your right knee with your left ankle still hooked, and then override and bring it back down again. Good. Very nice. Awesome. Release it. And then let's switch. Drop both knees over to the right this time. Hook your right ankle on the outside edge of your left knee. Just allow that weighted traction to elongate the TFL. That's the outside edge of your hip flexor. Okay, so that muscle, when you're flexing your knee up towards your chest, that muscle kind of externally rotates in one direction and then it internally rotates in the other direction as you go up to down. And so it's a very overused muscle. Bring that left knee back with your right ankle still hooked on it. You're activating that TFL muscle and then override it, allow the right leg to weight it down again. And you guys can stretch your arms back behind your head. You can do whatever you want kind of in this position as long as you don't feel pain on the inside of your left knee. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. And 1. Beautiful. Come up. Let's do quads. You might want to have something to pad your knee, and you might want to have a wall that you can work with or a couch. If the resistance on the wall is too much, you're always welcome to just reach a hand back to your foot, okay? So let's do left knee forward, right knee down. Right knee all the way back to the wall. Top of your foot next to that resistance. Vicky, if it's too much with the foot on the wall, then you can lay on your belly, okay? And you could reach your hand back to your foot. Lay all the way prone on your belly and hand back to your foot. I'd actually prefer you to be in that position than the resistance stretch position, okay? And I would love to do that position too if I could lay on my belly. All right, left foot forward. Block if you need it. Okay, so that right foot is nice and straight, right? It's not sickling in. Lunge forward into your left knee. Good. I'll give you the cue in 1 second, Vicki. Let me just get them started. Push your right foot into the wall and then shift back towards that right foot, never letting your butt touch the right foot. Exactly. You're going to pull on your right foot. So push your right foot away from you, Vicki. Push it away, let your arm extend, and then override to pull in. And it's not a lot of movement, everybody. Push the right foot into the wall if you're doing resistance. And then shift your bum back. Try to get your chest off of your thigh if you're capable of that. Lunge forward, push your foot into the wall, and then shift back. Woo! Make sure your knee is as close to the resistance as you can get it, Mary. Try to slide your right knee back some, a little bit more if you can. Last one, push your butt back towards your heel, lift your chest away from your left thigh. You can reach your right arm up, over your ear, however you want. Just breathe into that quad. Good, let's switch legs. So, Vicki, look at the camera for a second. You can bring your elbow down in front of you so you're not fully on your chest. Okay, so lift yourself up a little bit so your hand can reach to your foot. Okay, no? Exactly. But always keep your core engaged because when your low back is contracted, your core needs to be engaged. Okay? Let's switch legs. Left knee down. Left foot back to the wall. Right foot forward. Lunge forward into your right foot so your butt is away from your heel. Push the foot into the wall or the resistance and then shift back. Do not let your butt touch your heel. It's too much on your femoral tendon. Lunge forward, push into the wall. Activate the center of your left thigh. Override, shift back. 2 more, lunge forward. Push into the wall. Override, shift back. Last one, lunge forward. Push into the wall. Override, shift back. Hands on that right thigh to lift your chest up out of it, your heart up out of it, your belly up out of it. And then if you want, you could do left arm over your ear. Good. Release that. Come back to a seat. Last little bit for the low back. QL, the low right and left side of your back. Sit on something to get your butt up off the ground. Bring your left leg out, bring your right foot in. Good, lengthen your spine. Bring your left elbow on the inside of your left thigh. Roll your right shoulder back and then reach out of it with your right arm. Good, glue your right sit bone down. Good. Come back up. By the way, you could bend that left knee if that was too much. Switch sides, right leg out, left foot in. You can always bend your right knee if you need it. Elbow on the inside of the thigh. Open up the chest, so counter rotate. I'm pushing my right elbow into my right thigh. I'm rooting down to my left sit bone and then I'm reaching out. Good. Don't round your back. Open up your chest. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Should feel more in that low left side of your back. Come back up. Come to a seat. Let the knees drape open. Drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Pull your right shoulder down and away. If you need more than that, sweep your right arm behind you. You can also turn your chin towards your left shoulder, and you could also reach over your head with your left hand. Kind of resting your hand on the back right side of your head. Release, switch sides, drop right ear to right shoulder. Pull your left shoulder away. Stay there, sweep your left arm behind you. Stay there or turn your head towards your right shoulder and then bring your right arm over. Back to neutral, chin to chest. Grab on beneath your clavicle to that tissue that's there. Push in and pull down, pulling your chest down towards your belly. And then lift up, chin up. Open and close your mouth a couple times. Pulling your low jaw to meet your upper jaw. Back up, interlace the hands behind your head. Push your head back into your hands. And then override, pull down. Chin to chest. Bring your tips of your elbows to meet each other. Excellente. Come back to neutral. Go back to how we started. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. Forward 3 times. Shrug them up towards your ears, back towards the posterior part of your body and down towards your hips. Draw your hands into your heart. Say something good to yourself. I am proud of blank. What are you proud of about yourself? I'm proud that I got up to this class. I'm proud that I have a strong, healthy body. I'm proud that I blank. And then flutter the eyes open. Happy Monday. Happy Mindful Monday. Namaste. Hope you guys feel good. Hope your back feels good, Miss Vicky.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure.